If you've ever wondered how you can travel internationally for work, let's talk about it. Early on in my career, I used to dream of taking a business class flight to Tokyo and closing deals. Luckily, now I'm in a job that allows me to do a lot of that. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about what kind of roles can get you there and what it takes so that you can hopefully enjoy a role like that too one day if you're excited about that idea. The biggest thing to think about if you want to travel internationally or frankly travel at all for your role is what functions need to be done in person that you can't do over Teams or Zoom. And I think a lot of those roles have dwindled post COVID when everybody got really used to doing things through video conference. But I would say a few things still remain. And the main common denominator is trust building. If you need to build trust in your role, and that means usually you're selling something or you're asking for investment or you're making investments, or you are involved in some kind of procurement chain. So sourcing, looking at factories, looking at sites where you might be sourcing raw materials from, anything that really requires your company or the company or clients you're working with to see you, understand that there's a face and a real person that they can contact as the business relationship evolves and as the stakes increase. That's where you're going to see the need for travel and where that investment of the travel that your company is making in you becomes worth the return on investment. So I think of travel for my company as something that I need to have a really strong justification for. If my company is going to invest a few $1,000s in sending me to Europe or to Asia, I need to essentially have a game plan that will yield 10x that amount in return. If I make this trip to Tokyo, can I do enough business and garner enough interest and investment to yield 10x, 10 times whatever I'm spending on that travel? Then to me, that is a worthwhile investment, especially if I see it as a business relationship that I can continue and build upon in the future. So it won't just be that short-term 10x ROI, it'll be something that will pay dividends far into the future. I take that responsibility really seriously, and I think that's a big part too of your company trusting you with that kind of travel. Can they trust you to be good in front of their clients? Can they trust you to make a relationship and keep that relationship over time after you have left that country? Building that kind of reputation internally within your company by doing speaking engagements or running trainings or speaking articulately about the vision for a particular product your company may be producing. Those are all ways where you can earn trust from your company's executives and make it clear that you would be a valuable asset to send as a representative of that company abroad. There's never any harm in making it clear that this is on your career development path. This is one of the things that I flagged early on in my business development career, where I was really focused on US only territories and expanding Azure sales. And I let my career development coaches, my mentor, my manager all know that my ultimate goal would be to be in a role like the one I described, where I could travel internationally and impact more global business, because I thought that was really exciting and a great way to learn about how different cultures do business and also to have a broader impact. I just made that clear as a career objective. Making those things known isn't selfish. It's not something to be embarrassed by. It's something that your mentors will want to help you achieve, and they can help you carve out a path to get you there if that's what you want, again. And that goes for any goal. If you don't say it, it's very hard for other people who have the tools to help you get there, help you achieve that goal. Once you have your first travel opportunity, it's really important to track the metrics, track your success following that visit. I always send a readout to my leaders around what I accomplished during that visit, what were some of the key insights I gained, what were some of the deals that we moved forward, anything that can show that immediate impact and help your leadership understand why these investments are important to make going forward. That can help ensure that the next time an opportunity like that comes up, you are top of mind. And then, of course, although sometimes the metrics that show your impact don't happen for the next 3 to even 12 months, it's important to keep following up and to understand and measure what your impact was long term. So if you have a way to do both of those things, the short term readout of what happened on your trip and the impact you had, and then the longer term metrics on what you were able to achieve with some of those visits, that's a really powerful story, and that sets you up for a really successful international career. Good luck, and let me know if you have any other questions about this, because it's really exciting and it's a big part of my job that I love. So I'd love to help other people get there, and if that's of interest to you, then let's chat.